soul with the family of the late Nyamira Governor John Nyagarama. Led by the Chair of Council of Governors and Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, they eulogized their colleague as a soft-spoken, cool and dedicated leader who always brought sanity and a voice of reason among the governors.
Committed man, soft-spoken, a man of few words. He has been our bishop. He has been sharing that position with the Governor for Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga. So when Mutahi opens our prayer, when we start our meeting at the Council of Governors, Mutahi is there to close it, and vice versa. So we shall really, really miss him. And we have come here to show our commitment to the family that we are together in this journey.
He was my father. And Nyagalama used to call me mtu wa maziwa. Every time tukikutana habari ya mtu wa maziwa, na mimi nilikuwa namuita mtu wa chai, because I have a strong milk background and he had a stronger background in the tea industry. So our meeting always would be like a meeting of a cup of tea. And to me it was like a father. I always felt very muted. Mimi nikiwa kwa mkutano, and I'm very sincere, nione Nyagalama, I used to feel like there was an element of safety and peace.
Kisii County Governor James Ongwae, who is chairing the Council of Governors Subcommittee on Burial Plans, eulogized his former classmate from high school all through to the university as a humble and dedicated leader, as he reminisced memories shared together with the late governor.
My brother here is somebody that, even though he was slightly older than me, somebody that we were with in high school. We left the same day, went to university the same day, and became governors the same day. This is somebody who is very close to me. I have just no words. But I accept the realities of life, that we are all transitory.
We have watched him. We have enjoyed his wisdom, his uzee, and his guidance. A very gentle spirit. So we know that if we are losing him, you are losing him very, very, very much.
Nyamira County Senator Okongo Omogeni praised his governor for his county. He mourned him as a staunch believer and a servant leader who had a firm stand on issues, and as such, the late governor should be emulated not only by political leaders but all Kenyans.
Alikuwa anapenda mambo ya kanisa mpole, ambayo siasa yake ilikuwa ya upole. So you can be soft and still leave a mark in politics. That's what we can learn about Mzee.
The deceased family asked for prayers and continued support from the Council of Governors and Kenyans of Goodwill as they continue to prepare the journey of the late governor.
It is a time when we are at our lowest, actually confused, but when we see you around, we are encouraged and we know that it shall be well. We are also requesting that you stay with us until we send off Mzee in a dignified manner befitting his status.
John Obiero Nyagarama was a second-time governor, and he succumbed to COVID-19 at the Nairobi hospital Friday. Burial plans for the late governor are underway, with a date to be announced later. Leaders from DPS continue to mourn the late Nyamira Governor John Nyagarama as a dedicated leader, a soft-spoken and a cool leader. They say that the void he has left is too big to be filled. Mwangi Maina, TV 47 from Karen, Nairobi.
Elsewhere, doctors are set to begin their strike comes after failed talks between the medical personnel and Ministry and Council of Governors to forge a way forward over their concerns. And as Linet reports, doctors are joining nurses and clinical officers who are already on strike.
Doctors are set to commence their strike effective midnight following failed talks with the Ministry of Health and relevant stakeholders. The meeting with Secretary Mutahi Kagwe and Council of Governors did not take off after CS Kagwe and Council of Governors failed to show up.
Leo asubuhi tuliitwa hapa, tukaambiwa kwamba waziri wa afya alikuwa kuja hapa na yule ambaye ni kiongozi wa magavana wote, chair Council of Governors, na kwamba walikuwa na suluhu kwa ajili ya matatizo tulionayo. Kwa hivyo tumeghadhabika tangia saa 4 hadi saa 7 tumeelezwa hawakuji. Na tumeshtuka kwa sababu walituita kigafla. Hatuko mkutano. Tukakataa kwenda katika sehemu zetu za kuabudu na tukakuja hapa. Tumeshinda hapa, lakini tunaelezwa kwamba hawawezi.
For some months now, health personnel have aired their grievances, among their key issues being lack of provision of personal protective equipment as they work in the front line of the coronavirus pandemic. The medical workers are accusing the government of negligence, and a plan has been put in place to protect them.
There is no greater evidence of lack of goodwill than the fact that for the past been here, even a simple exemption of the vulnerable health workers that we have been asking for, something that simply takes a piece of paper from the CS and directing, has not actually happened. And I think that is evidence enough that the government has no goodwill and has no intention to ensure that they resolve grievances.
In Nakuru County, however, Nakuru Governor Lee Kinyanjui has issued warning to doctors and personnel who will choose to carry on with a nationwide strike.
Kila county iko huru kufanya kazi kulingana na mipango. Tumetoa pesa za umma, tukafanya promotion mahali ambapo tunapaswa kufanya promotion. PPEs tuko nazo mpaka ya mwezi wa 4 mwezi ujao. Mazungumzo yetu imehakikisha kwamba hali yetu ya afya haitaangamia kwa sababu ya hayo. Kwa hivyo we want to also call our doctors that you cannot subject our citizens to suffer because of solidarity with other places. The people of Nakuru deserve service. We also participate in this strike. As a county, we'll have no choice but to take all necessary action to protect public interest of our people.
Anaweza elewa wakati madaktari wetu na nurses wetu wanagoma kwa sababu ya kukosa equipment. I can understand. But I cannot understand vile watu wanaweza goma na wako na equipment sababu watu wengine wamegoma. Wakati watu wana struggle na kupata kazi, kuna watu wengine hapa, so many people, qualified nurses, qualified kwa nyumbani kwa sababu ya kukosa nafasi za kazi. Wewe uko na kazi, mshahara yako umelipwa, umepewa, alafu useme unataka kugoma kwa sababu ya wengine.
This comes even after the health CS Mutahi Kagwe has ordered the sacking of health workers who will participate in the strike. Lynette Githua, TV47.
Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta has met with his Somalia counterpart, Muhammad Farmajo, amidst a diplomatic row between the two countries after Somalia cut its diplomatic relations with Kenya. The two met at the sidelines of the ongoing IGAD summit in Djibouti, as Musa Salah now reports.
President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Somalia counterpart Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo met in Djibouti at the IGAD Extraordinary Summit. Kenyatta, accompanied by Foreign Affairs Minister Rachel Omamo, arrived in Djibouti early on Sunday for the summit, which is convened to discuss the ongoing regional peace and security processes in Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya and Somalia. This comes a few days after Somalia cut off diplomatic relations with Kenya, saying that Nairobi has been meddling in Mogadishu's internal affairs, with Somalia giving Kenya's envoy in Mogadishu 7 days to ship out.
It is also my duty as the chair to emphasize that conversations at the closed session today remain bound by the principles of IGAD, which include the sovereign equality of all member states, non-interference in the internal affairs of member states, but also the peaceful settlement of conflict through dialogue and the maintenance of regional peace, stability, and security.
The recent tension between Somalia and Kenya, two neighboring countries, which led of diplomatic relations, remain a serious concern for the African Union. I would therefore like to call on the two parties to open dialogue with a view to the resumption of these relations and ask IGAD to strongly in this regard.
Earlier this year, Somalia took Kenya to the International Court of Justice following a 62,000 square mile maritime border dispute, an area believed to contain a sizable amount of oil and gas deposits.
Kenya, it should be noted, is a troop contributing country to AMISOM, and hosts a large community of Somali refugees. I am convinced that the long-standing and strong links between the two countries and peoples can overcome the current challenges.
With less than 48 hours to the expiry of the 7-day ultimatum issued to the Kenyan envoy in Mogadishu, President Kenyatta is expected to employ IGAD's influence in resolving the quick differences. Musa Salah, TV47, Nairobi.
Moving on, Deputy President William Ruto has called on political using culture and tradition to drive ethnic and negative politics. Meanwhile, his allies are still insisting on having a dialogue on the BBI report.
DP Ruto's sentiments comes a day after the ODM boss Raila Odinga hosted a number of leaders from Murang'a County in his Bondo home. The second in command terming Raila's case as driving by using culture and traditions without clear policies.
We should not allow negative use our different communities and cultures and different traditions to divide us. The purpose of God in creating us in the manner in which He has done is so that we can be stronger, we can weave the fabric of the Kenyan society together.
Ruto's allies have continued to criticize the ongoing BBI push in some parts of the country.
Mujiulize kama rasilimali itaongezeka hapa Samburu ama itapungua. Na mchunguze kwa sababu katika zile maneno ya boundaries pia ya constituency mnaweza poteza ile constituency tuliwadonetia. Tutaenda na idadi ya wingi wa watu peke yake. Basi nyinyi idadi yenu haiwezi tosha nyinyi kupata hizo constituencies ambazo hata mko nazo sahihi.
Ati mpaka tubadilishe katiba, Kimani Ichung'wa akuwe prime minister, Mandago akuwe deputy prime minister, ama akuwe deputy prime minister nikuwe deputy, Lentoimaga akuwe waziri wa mifugo. Hayo tunaweza ngojea au sio?
The electoral body IEBC is set to begin BBI signatures verification exercise after receiving 93.7 million from Treasury.
Nairobi's All Cathedral Uncle Paul is not your ordinary pastor. The 43-year-old is known by many by his green overall standouts. Unlike any other clergy member, Uncle Paul is always on a jungle green overall, which he says helps him, and that's the children. Nanok Loren caught up with him and filed this report.
In church, Sunday school teachers commissioned Sunday school teachers wear green or jungle green suits. Okay, so when I was commissioned as a teacher, as a Sunday school teacher, the parish that I was serving in bought me a jungle green material to go and to go and make a suit. So I requested them and said, if I wear a suit in Sunday school, it will be very restrictive. Kids come and want to hug me and they have their mucus. I'll be scared because, hey, you know, the suit your pastor, you know. Or if we needed to kneel down or we needed to play, chinyaviti. So I requested whether they would allow me to make surgical overall, which they were kind enough to do that. So I went ahead and making a suit. I made an overall. This was not it. The initial one, the original one, was actually made using the material of a suit, you know, the jungle green suit. It doesn't matter how dirty they are. It doesn't matter how low we have to go, whatever tree that we have to climb. If we have to go on the slides and everything and it's all dusty, with my overall, I'm pretty much at home.
Tell us about the symbol.
Yeah, so of course, the cross of Jesus Christ. This is mission, okay? The desire is that every one of us would get to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And how do they do that? They do that by coming into the ark. You know, everybody who was in the ark was saved. Everybody who was outside of the ark was destroyed. So my desire is that everybody would come, all children would come on board, maybe not Noah's Ark, but Uncle Paul's Ark. So I used to imagine, the day I would go and visit somewhere, kids will come running, and then I will pick them up and throw them, and then hug them and tell them that I love them. So that, yani, you know the way you grew up wanting to be a journalist? Me, I grew up wanting to be an uncle. That was my aspiration. So whenever I would stand in front of, I'd tell them, hey guys, my name is Uncle Paul. So they kind of had lots of fun with me. And so it started sticking that I'm actually called Uncle Paul. I'm not fixated on this. When I'm doing my roles within or I'm asked to minister elsewhere, I actually have my liturgical priestly robes, which I put on. Yes, and of course when I'm out there in the estates, you'll find me in shorts or a pair of jeans. I'm not restricted to putting on the overalls. Okay. Yes. So I am 43 years old. Okay. And I hope to continue being strong. You know, when I'm 80, I still hope to be as energetic, talking about children and lead them.
And with that story from Nanok Lorraine, we come to our first short break, but we will be back with more news and sports. Do not go too far.
Ebindaya tanu, ebindaya moyo, ebindaya time, ebindaya nguma, kwataka wayaka kwateka view. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie, and thank you. For the last 3 months, we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante, nashukuru. Thank you for the suggestions, for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have, and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit you as best as possible. Nataka niwawish Merry Christmas, Happy Brand New Year 2021. Au sio? It will be bigger, greater, fuller, excellenter. Au sio? I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New 2021, yo.
We let you take us through your journey.
The report of the scan came out. The doctor told us, "Scan is showing my baby had already passed on."
I don't like people standing too close to me. I don't like people standing behind me.
And give hope after beating all odds.
We don't choose how we are born. We don't choose how we are raised. The choices we have in this life are virtually limited.
Only on Confessions with Maria every Saturday 2 p.m.
Sunday yes, Sunday mwami. Mtumishi hapa papa unichasero baya niweze kumushinda shetani. Sunday yes. Tuko ndani ya TV47, don't move, usisonge, pakia hapo na tuna hang out na Coffee with Mbufi na tunaelekea wakati wa Christmas. Please share. Ukiona kakitu tu, pitia mahali wachia mtu na utachaswa na roho ya TV47. Papa unichase roho, niweze kumushinda shetani. Sunday wacha nimalizie chai ya.
Ebindaya seyo, ebindaya tanu, ebindaya moyo, ebindaya time, ebindaya nguma, kwataka wayaka kwateka view. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie, and thank you. For the last 3 months, we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante, nashukuru. Thank you for the suggestions, for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have, and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit you as best as possible. Nataka niwawish Merry Christmas, Happy Brand New Year 2021. Au sio? It will be bigger, greater, excellenter. Au sio? I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New 2021, yo.
We let you take us through your journey.
The report of the scan came. The doctor told us that the scan is showing my baby had already passed on.
I don't like people standing too close to me. I don't like people standing behind me.
And give hope all odds.
We don't choose how we are born. We don't choose how we are raised. The choices we have are virtually limited.
only on Confessions with Maria every Saturday at 8 p.m.
Sunday yes, Sunday mwami. Mtumishi hapa papa unichasero bayayiniweze kumushinda shetani. Sunday yes. Tuko ndani ya TV47, don't move, usisonge, pakia hapo na tuna hang out na Coffee with Mbufi na tunaelekea wakati wa Christmas. Please share. Ukiona kakitu tu, pitia mahali wachia mtu na utachaswa na roho ya TV47. Papa unichasero mushinda shetani. Sunday yes, wacha nimalizie chai.
Ebindai seo, ebindai otanu, ebindai moyo, ebindai thime, ebindai nguma. Awaya kakwate vyo. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie and thank you. For the last 3 months we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante na shukuru suggestions for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit.
Now, thank you for staying tuned. Remember, you can join in the discussion on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is at TV47 Kenya. Welcome back. Now, residents from 5 villages in Kasigao Ward, Taita Taveta County are lamenting the harassment by elephants who have caused massive destruction in their farms. The situation has grown volatile for some time as residents fear starvation and loss of their lives. Andreen Kilemi with the details.
We drive through the dusty, bumpy roads to Jora Village, Kasigao Ward in Taita Taveta County, where residents live in fear following the invasion of marauding elephants who have been destroying their crops and killing their livestock.
Na kwa kweli ndovu wamesumbua wananchi sana. Watu wanaeka bidii, wanaeka wengine vibarua, wengine hata wanalima na tinga. Lakini baada ya hapo unakuta ndovu wanakuja, wanasababisha uharibifu kiasi cha kwamba ikifikia na wakati wa kuvuna hakuna mavuno.
Jora Village is just but a representation of 4 other villages in the area that are undergoing the elephant menace, causing massive destruction of property.
Sisi tumechoka kuharibiwa mimea zetu, mbuzi wanauliwa, yani wanyama wanauliwa, wanadamu, na tunaangaishwa sana na ndovu. Si mchana, si usiku, uweze hata kulala.
They have faulted the Kenya wildlife for neglecting them, saying their efforts to push away wild animals did not bear any fruits.
Kila tukiwapigia ripoti wanakuja kweli, lakini pia nao wanasema hawezi. Kwa hivyo hatujui sasa tutamdilia nani.
Kama itawezekana sana kwa unyenyekevu, watujaribu kutuwekea waya ya stima kupitia National Park. Nataka wanyama wote ambao wako reserve warudishwe park na wakae huko na sisi ngalawa tuendelee kulima vizuri.
They now want the county and national government to intervene. Andreen Kilemi, TV47.
Now moving on, the Mosque of Jesus Christ in Kisumu has attracted mixed reactions across the country, with some saying that the naming is contrary to the Islamic faith. But what really informed the naming of the mosque? Musa Sala explains.
In the middle of this busy street in Kisumu lies the Jesus Christ Son of Mary Mosque. From afar, a mosque where Muslims pray every day, but this name and signage continue to attract mixed reactions across the country.
Jina hili limekuwa ni gumzo ya mtaani. Manake watu wengi hata kati yetu sisi Waislamu, kuna baadhi ya waumini wa Kiislamu ambao wamekuwa na utata, kashindwa hii ni misikiti ama hii ni kanisa ama hii ni nini. Manake wengine hawajawahi sikia misikiti kitu na jina hili.
Na nilipoona hii maandishi ya The Mosque of Jesus Christ ya Waislamu, inanisumbua sana juu sijui inamaanisha nini, kwa sababu huwa najua Waislamu huwa wanaamini Muhammad sana. Sasa nilipoona hii maandishi baada inanitatiza, sielewi.
Hata imenishangaza wakisema The Mosque of Jesus Christ. Kulingana venye Waislamu hapo nyuma kwao ama hiyo kidini yao hawakuwa wanajua kuhusu Christianity.
But what is not known to many is the reason why this mosque was named after Christ. This piece of land on which the mosque sits on was given to the Muslims living in government in 1985, but was allegedly grabbed by an SDA church in the area in 2010.
Na baada ya muda mrefu katika mwaka wa 2010 tukaja kushtukia wenzetu SDA au wanaoshiriki kanisa SDA wana stakabadhi ya uwanja huu, ikimaanisha title deed.
This prompted the Kisumu Muslim Association to file a case in court to protest against the church. The Kisumu court ruling that the land be given back to the association.
Kabidi tuanze kwenda kotini kupitia wakili wetu, na mambo ikajivuta kama vile kawaida, kwa sababu ilikuwa si jambo ndogo. Na hadi mwaka huu mwezi uliopita, alhamdulillah, tuliweza kupata judgment ya sehemu hii, na mahakama ya Kisumu ikaweza kuamuru ya kuwa Waislamu ambao ndio walikuwa watu wa kwanza kuomba maeneo haya waweze kupewa nafasi.
According to the association's chairperson Sheikh Musa Ismail Haji, they opted to name the mosque Mosque of Jesus Christ, Son of Mary, to set aside their differences with the SDA Christians.
You know, there has been a dispute between the Muslims and the Christians about this land. And then the Muslims got the land. So we are extending the olive to the Christians by naming the mosque of Jesus Christ, the Son of Mary, and sharing with them that we are not what you think. You are the closest to us. This is what our Quran says.
Wenzetu walikuwa wanania kujenga nyumba ya Mungu. Hivi ndivyo tunavyo amini walikuwa wanataka kufanya hivi. Na maadamu ardhi hii Waislamu wamekabidhiwa, sasa sisi pia vile vile tumejenga hiyo nyumba ya Mungu. Kwa hiyo sisi hatuna mzozo na tunakaribisha kila mmoja ili tuweze kuendesha gurudumu la dini.
Hiyo maandishi imenifurahisha juu awali tulikuwa tunadhani tuko grupu mbili, Waislamu kwa Kristo, lakini nikiona hiyo maandishi kwa sahihi vile waliandika imenifurahisha, kwa sababu saizi naona tu kama tuko tu pamoja ndani ya Yesu. Juu kama Waislamu washaandika the mosque the Son of Mary hapo, tuko tu sawa.
Although it is widely believed that this is a direct contradiction of the Islamic faith, Muslims believe that Jesus Christ was a prophet and a mosque can be named after him. Musa Salah, TV 47.
On to other news, students of Osen Girls in Baringo County were awarded for emerging the best in the country in Young Scientists of Kenya. The two students developed a mouthwash to help in dental hygiene using the roots of eringo, a type of weed. Sharon Baranga reports.
Jessica Kiti Kimolos of Osen Girls High School in Baringo County have been crowned the best in the country in Young Scientists of Kenya. The two developed a mouthwash which prevents microbial plaque formation and boosts oral health.
After obtaining the root, you thoroughly wash it through a running water, clean one, then you boil it for like 30 minutes.
They tested the extract and found presence of vitamin C and chloride, which helps in dental hygiene.
After boiling your brown solution, and then you filter to obtain the filtrate, that is the extract. Then you wait for it to decant.
The idea of the mouthwash was birthed at Betty's home, where her grandfather used the eringo plant to brush his teeth.
He usually uses this plant, he extracts the roots, then uses to brush his teeth. Normally when I ask him what the importance of this, he just say it assists in cleaning the teeth. Then curiosity got of me, I came and shared with my friend Jessica. Then together we told our science patron, Mr. Langat.
This project earned them an award. The ceremony was done virtually owing to restrictions on gatherings brought about by COVID-19.
We were able to obtain the filtrate, and in the filtrate we tested the presence of chloride ions, the oxidizing agents, and vitamin C.
That vitamin C helps to neutralize the oxygen produced by cellular metabolism by the food in the mouth. It neutralizes the oxygen. Then the chlorides present helps to reduce the acid formed by bacteria in the mouth, which causes tooth plaque.
So we presented our project, and that was on February. Around June, that is now we were given a short list that we had the project had successfully been given a chance to participate in YSK. And when we now began doing the whole process, everything, doing the research, making a write-up, developing the video presentation, which we now submitted in late November. That's now once the results came about, and they were given that Joyce Award.
We like to be, as a school, to be part of the journey towards assisting the country to achieve the Vision 2030. Now, for the country to achieve Vision 2030, it takes science and technology.
The Young Scientists of Kenya is an initiative that gives young people from across the country an opportunity to showcase their scientific talents through a national science and technology competition. It aims at promoting innovative ideas in science and technology, which provides solutions to problems facing communities. The competition, which is sponsored by the Ministry of Education, the Embassy of Ireland, and Safaricom, seeks to encourage more learners to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Sharon Baranga, TV47.
Now, cases of mysterious kidnapping, and especially by unknown persons, can be horrifying and a weighty task for loved ones that have been left behind, desperately searching for them. A victim of such a case is 22-year-old Dennis Mugambi from Githurai 45, whose whereabouts have been in the dark since September this year.
It is in Githurai 45 area where the strange disappearance of one matatu tout was witnessed, an incident that can be dated back to 3rd September this year. The victim instance is Dennis Mugambi, a 22-year-old man who involved himself as a tout operator, the Gigakuro Sacco, a sacco that merges a university, Ruiru, Thika, and Gatondo. As September approached, disputes at the terminus between Gigakuro Sacco operators and other saccos within the Githurai 45 terminus began to develop, the illegal Mungiki gang emerging.
Nikaambiwa Shia ameshikwa na ako ndani ya Kasarani, na ameshikwa kwa sababu sijui wamesemekana kuna ana obtain pesa illegally, na actually hiyo story kaitwa kwa gazeti ati Mungiki is back in Githurai. Sababu sasa isemekana watu ni Mungiki wote. Sasa hiyo story ikakuwa kwa gazeti, the following day ikakuwa kwa gazeti, Mungiki is back. Sasa venye niongea na vijana wakakuwa wanasema hapa hakuna Mungiki. Sasa nikajaribu kuwaambia ni vizuri kusikizana. Kama maslahi juu corona pengine imekuja, unapata gari kulipa 50 naona ni hasara, wasikizane. Kama watoke kwa 50 waende kwa mbao ama 30. Kuliko wafinyiliane. Bora wasikizane na wasilete fujo juu isaidii.
In an effort to resolve the dispute, Mwangi was able to have a word with Mugambi, warning him not to involve himself in the conflict, which Mugambi considered, but after 3 days, he was nowhere to be seen.
Nikaambia Mugambi, unaona venye ulikuwa unaongea jana, usiongee sana. Kwa sababu mshaanza kuitwa Mungiki, na wewe unajua story ya Mungiki. dakika yako ya kupotea ni moja. Hata siku anajua atapotea. Kama ambia mtu kuwa na kesi kama hii mahali kunaingizwa mongeke na polisi na mambo ya masako, hata kama utaongea acheza chini, usikue kwa uko mstari wa kwanza. After 3 days mimi hata nilipigwa simu, Mwangi uko wapi? Nikamwambia niko Tao. Ukikuja hapa kwa stage. Mimi kufika nikaambiwa Mugambi alikuja na akashikwa na akaingizwa kwa personal.
Niliona jamaa wako pingu mikono ya nyuma. Walikuwa na personal Toyota 100 ilikuwa imesimama hapo mbele ya gari za Thika zinabebeanga. Alipitishiwa hapo.
The vehicle, which was said to have been used in abducting Mugambi on that fateful day, is under the registration number KAT311X.
Akabebwa na hiyo personal Toyota 100 KAT311X. Ndio ilimbeba. Akaekwa kwa boot. Na vile alienda enyewe hivyo ndio alienda akiendanga juu sahi hata wa leo hajaipatikana.
This saddening incident prompted the matatu touts and other operators to hold demonstrations following the arrest of one of their own who was abducted by unknown persons.
Kasikia kuna demonstration, watu wamegoma, wanafunga barabara, mapolisi wamekuja, wamepigana na wao, tia gasi imejaa Githurai.
Na ndio tukaekanga mama wawe kwa barabara kugoma, tuambiwe enye ako wapi, afadhali mjue ako wapi, muridhike kuliko mtu aenda kiendanga na muone amuongei hata na simu mjue ako wapi.
As a result, his colleagues developed fear every time they went about their daily routine, fear that led them to terminate their work at Gigakuro Sacco and shifted to various circles within the same terminus with fear of who will be next.
Sasa wengine walikuwa wanaekanga gari hapo kwa KU nikiwa mmoja. Ikabidi hata wewe uogope. Utaenda kugonga gari hapo kujaza na wewe ukutiwe ukosekane. Kutaendaje? Itabidi uogope. Tukateremka kwa Thika. Tukakanga gari za Thika nikiwa mmoja.
Following Mugambi's abduction, his elder sister Elizabeth Wanjiro took the step of recording a statement at Kasarani police station with the OB number 107 on 14th September. But Elizabeth did not give up at that. She went ahead to the Director of Criminal Investigations, DCI, to seek help in following up with her brother's disappearance, her most recent trip being on 16th December. And in the spirit of searching for Mugambi, it is said that he had been spotted at the Gathigiriri prison in Mwea, a matter that is yet to be established.
Kuna jamaa ametoka jela, kuja akasema ni kama alimuona na hii jela inakuwa kwa Michele Mwea. Ati ni kama alimuona, tukasemanga hata kama tungekuwa na gari tungeenda tukonfirm ama ni yeye ama si yeye.
Na juu hiyo report ilikuja last week, sasa tulikuwa tumepanga kuenda lakini bado hatujaenda, lakini tutaenda kuconfirm kama ni yeye.
The journey in search of Mugambi has not been a walk in the park for her elder sister. It is a journey that has been lonely.
Nikaplead na yeye akaniambia, akaanza aitwa nani Dennis Mugambi. Jina ingine Wida. Kinya alinifanyia sitaisahau. Alinisukuma. Akaniambia toka uende. Unajua tabia zake? Kwanza tabia zake ni gani? Nimesema toka uende. Unajua tabia zake? Toka uende. Enda Kasarani, si huwa tushiki watu kutoka 44. Kia nilikuwa nafanya nachukua gari direct. Leo nimeandika naenda hapa na hapa. Sasa nilikuwa naenda police stations. Nasema kama yuko nimeenda Githurai, kama nimeenda side za Nairobi, kesho naenda side nyingine ya Nuku Machakos Matu. Kesho naenda side nyingine ya Murang'a. Nilikuwa sana divide hivyo na kwa OB, naweza kuna mtu kama huyo ameadmit alibukiwa huku naambiwa hakuna.
This one gadget Elizabeth values the most in memory of her younger brother is a mobile phone that Mugambi left in her hands with instructions to preserve it together with all that is in it.
Hii simu ndo naweza kama kuna tunaweza tunza ni simu. This is the only brother I have now. Hata hii picha imanishi anything to me like this thing. Inaweza fanya sahi Ndio nikishika tu hivi nasemanga nimeshika Mugambi. Kama ni kuomba nomaka nimeshika, naambia Mungu saidie Mugambi arudi.
The disappearance of Dennis Mugambi, his kidnappers, and the intentions behind his abduction has left a scar in the hearts of those around him, his loved ones, friends, and even colleagues who are continuously putting all their efforts to one day see him eye to eye. Nanok Lauren, TV 47.
Well, indeed, very sad there, and I can see some of the comments coming on our Facebook page here. We have Eunice Adhiambo tuned, Henry Osembo saying, watching TV47 from Ruben, Eric Murangiri saying hello, and Chepkoyo saying there, we hope that Mr. Mugambi is found soon. Now, at this juncture, we do take a short break at this point. We'll be back with more sports news. Remember, if you're watching us from your DSTV channel, it's 268, and we're found on Signet, on Star Times, and GoTV. Do not go too far. We'll be right back.
Ebindaya tanu, ebindaya moyo, ebindaya time, ayanguma, kwataka, wayaka, kwateka, view. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie, and thank you. For the last 3 months, we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante, nashukuru. Thank you for the suggestions, for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have, and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit you as best as possible. Nataka niwawish Merry Christmas, Happy Brand New Year 2021. Au sio? It will be bigger, greater, fuller, excellent. I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New 2021, yo.
We let you take us through your journey.
The report of the scan came out. The doctor told us that the scan is showing my baby had already passed on.
I don't like people standing too close to me. I don't like people standing behind me.
And give hope after beating.
We don't choose how we are born. We don't choose how we are raised. The choices we have in this life are virtually limited.
Only on Confessions with Maria every Saturday at 8 p.m.
Sunday yes, Sunday mwami. Mtumishi hapa hapa ni chansero bayai niweze kumushinda shetani. Sunday yes. Tuko ndani ya TV47, don't move, usisonge, pakia hapo na tuna hang out na Coffee with Mbufi na tunaelekea wakati wa Christmas. Please share. Ukiona kakitu tu, pitia mahali wachia mtu na utachaswa na roho ya TV47. Papa unichase roho, niweze kumushinda shetani. Sunday wacha nimalizie chai.
Ebindaya seyo, ebindaya tanu, ebindaya moyo, ebindaya time, ebindaya nguma, kwataka, wayaka, kwateka, view. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie, and thank you. For the last 3 months, we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante, nashukuru. Thank you for the suggestions, for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have, and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit you as best as possible. Nataka niwawish Merry Christmas, Happy Brand New Year 2021. Au sio? It will be bigger, greater, fuller, excellent. Au sio? I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New 2021, yo.
We let you take us through your journey.
The report of the scan came out. The doctor told us that the scan is showing my baby had already passed on.
I don't like people standing too close to me. I don't like people standing behind me.
And give hope after beating all odds.
We don't choose how we are born. We don't choose how we are raised.
the choices we have in this life are virtually limited.
Only on Confessions with Maria every Saturday at 8 p.m.
Sande Yesu, sande mwami. Mtumishi hapa hapa unichasero vaya niweze kumushinda shetani. Sande Yesu. Tuko ndani ya TV47, don't move, usisonge, pakia hapo na tuna hang out na Coffee with Mbufi na tunaelekea wakati wa Christmas. Please share. Ukiona kakitu tu, pitia mahali wachia mtu na utachaswa na roho ya TV47. Hapa unichasero niweze kumushinda shetani. Sande Yesu, acha nimalizie chai. Ebindaya seyo, ebindaya tanu, ebindaya moyo, ebindaya thime, ebindaya nguma, kwataka wayaka kwateka vyo. Hey, what's up? My name is Movie and thank you. For the last 3 months we've been watching Coffee with Movie. Nasema ni asante, nashukuru. Thank you for the suggestions, for the opinions, for the suggestions of who you want us to have and the better ideas of how we can modify this show to suit you as best as possible. Nataka niwawish Merry Christmas, Happy Brand New Year 2021. Au sio? It will be bigger, greater, fuller, excellenter. Au sio? I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New 2021 year.
This is TV47. Happy holidays.